What's up, everybody? This is Johnny Wild De La Soul with the Daily Evening News here, and today I wanted to talk about how to live your biggest dreams and your highest dream reality. The way that you do this is by thinking big, by dreaming big, and by being willing to let go of anything that's in the way of that. So, I have a daily practice I suggest everyone takes on where you try to imagine the biggest possible thing that you could experience in your life, the best possible thing that you to the degree to which you continue to imagine in all different areas of your life the best thing that you could possibly experience. Oh man, almost died from a fucking car going by. Okay. So you just keep doing this over and over and over again, and your mind will start to transform. Your deep subconscious will start to transform. And every time that you do this, you're very likely to feel tension arise in your system, tension in your body, resistant thoughts. This isn't working. I hate this. I don't want to do this. Something that I often refer to as like little bitch shit. And so, do you attend to those emotions? No. Treat your job, treat your dreams like your job. Just keep going. You need to be an asshole to yourself? Do it. It's worth it. You know why? Because when you have a job where you're working for someone else, no one cares if you feel bad. Do your job. So treat your dreams like that too. The funny thing is, if you treat your dreams like this and accomplishing your dreams like this, actually, you feel better and better because, well, guess what? Now you're living the life of your dreams because you ignored yourself when you were being a baby about not wanting to think about your dreams, envision your dreams, accomplish your dreams, taking the action steps on your dreams, or any of those things. So I just want you to know, no matter where you are, where you feel, the happiest you could possibly be as a human being, the saddest you could possibly be as a human being, even if you're on the verge of many times myself, and it does not matter, because all you do is continue to imagine the biggest thing in your life, the best way that you want to feel in your life, and then come up with an action plan, the biggest steps that you can imagine that you will actually do and work on that day in a way in which you can relax as you do them, practice feeling the emotions and the energy that you want to feel as you do them. You want to feel like the big boy on the block who's good with all the ladies? Practice feeling that energy in the way in which you're developing your abilities to do so. Imagine yourself walking up to women if you're too scared to do it, and sitting there and feeling like you're attractive and they want you for who you are and for the energy that you radiate and the essence of who you are. And if that's the biggest step you can do that step with the best feeling you can. You do this every single day, and there's this quote that's often said by self-development people, and it said, people overestimate what they can do in a year, and they underestimate. This is a good thing to integrate into your psychology, is that when you first start this practice, you're very likely to feel incompetent, you're very likely to feel like an idiot, you're very likely to feel like it's not working, you're very likely to feel like this practice is stupid, you're very likely to feel a number of negative emotions. And guess what? Every single one of those thoughts is a thought that's trying to kill you. It's a thought that's trying to kill your dreams. It's a thought that's telling you that you're small. It's a thought that's telling you that your ideas don't matter and they're not good enough. It's a thought that's telling you that you are not someone who deserves or is able to accomplish their dreams. And guess what? That's bitch shit. That's little ego bitch shit. Does it deserve love and attention? Really depends. In general, it doesn't. You know why? It's just a thought. Leave it alone. It's kind of like raising a child. Well, it's exactly like raising a child, raising yourself. You're choosing in every moment. Now, do I baby my child? Because sometimes the child does need to be babied. Or do I tell the child, shut up, we don't have time for this. We're going to the amusement park. If you have a kid and you want him to have a wonderful birthday and he's crying in the morning because he's like, there's not enough orange juice in his cup. And then he's like throwing a temper tantrum and saying he doesn't want to go to his birthday party. And you as the dad, are you going to sit there and like work with him for 3 hours so he can work through his orange juice feelings? No, you're going to pick him up, take him to the car while he's crying and be like, son, shut up. We're going to have your birthday party. And then guess what? The kid's going to hate his dad. So your inner child is going to hate your inner father self. And he's going to be like, wow, what an asshole. And guess what? So what? Who gives a fuck? Because the father knows best. He's taking his son to have the best birthday of his life. So shut the fuck up. Your feelings hurt, shut the fuck up. And you know what's funny about this whole practice? It's dual. Because there are times when he doesn't have orange juice, having a temper tantrum, soften in love, give him compassion, give him understanding, work on all that stuff, help him heal, help him work through his emotions. But it just depends. There's no perfect answer at any time. But you know what I have found is true in my life? That when I'm working on accomplishing my dream life business, guess what happens? If I don't show up and do the work, regardless of how I feel, it doesn't get done. In the same way that when I waited tables, if I showed up, if I didn't show up and I didn't wait tables, guess what? I didn't get paid. Did it matter how I felt? Did that have anything to do with me getting paid? No, it didn't. What mattered is I showed up and did my job. And so at a certain point, you kind of have to be an asshole with regards to accomplishing your dreams. The funny thing is you can be an asshole in the most caring way possible. Because as you relax into love and accomplishing something that's important to you, accomplishing your biggest dreams, coming up with your biggest vision, accomplishing your biggest vision while practicing feeling the best that you can, that can even be, if you have a specialty of wanting to feel love all the time or compassion all the time, okay? You can literally be practicing that emotion. As you're practicing that emotion, as you're accomplishing and taking the action steps towards accomplishing the life of your dreams, there will be parts of you that will be like, you're a fucking asshole for feeling love or feeling compassion. And so because of this, it's a really funny dynamic because you can be an asshole who's also devoted towards unconditional love and compassion. And so there's no perfect way to the top of the mountain. And yet, if you show up and treat your dreams as your job every day, coming up with your biggest possible best idea every day, and then your biggest possible best ideas on how to accomplish that and break that into different action items that you will actually do, not ones that you'll plan on doing and then say, well, I came up with the idea. No, that you'll actually do and do because you want to habituate coming up with the best idea, coming up with how you want to feel based on that idea or while you're accomplishing that idea or achieving it, and then actually doing it. Habituate that. First, you do it in a written way using a journal. Then you do that so many times, day after day after day after day after day, that you start to think that way, feel that way, act that way, decide that way, behave that way in an unconscious, habituated pattern, which you could refer to as unconscious competence in achieving the life of your dreams in all different areas. Now, the way I like to achieve the life of my dreams is by identifying my soul gifts. Identifying like the deepest, most powerful talents and gifts that I have that come from the essence of who I am, and then sharing those with the world in the biggest possible way. Because my idea is that in doing that, I will make the biggest possible positive impact, both in myself, because I like to achieve the biggest possible dreams and help people in the biggest ways. And I will also help the most people because when you share your biggest talents, well, that's the biggest capacity that you have to help the most people. And so as you share your biggest talents, what's going to end up happening is that the people who love you most for your highest potentiated self, for your highest successful self, for your highest realized self, well, they're going to love you the most, and they're going to be inspired to shower you back with their greatest gifts that will both be gifts that are mirrored of the gifts that you give, like you give them love, they give you love back, you give them inspiration, they give you inspiration back, and also it will attract people who have complementary soul personality and human personality types, where they will give back the things that you need in a complementary way, right? So like for me, I have like a particular energy to my system. And so what ends up happening is that I attract people because I like to talk so much. Guess what? I attract listeners. I need listeners, right? That's why I'm talking to you today. Without a listener, a talker is nothing, right? And so then by me talking more, I attract more listeners who like to listen to me. I have more complementary, healthy relationships. And so the more that you do this, the more that you develop a life that's the best possible life that you could have, and that creates the best life that other people could possibly have. So I just wanted to talk about this topic. This is my overarching philosophy, and I want to talk about how it's perfect to be where you are, and it's also perfect to go where you're going as far as the envisioning of your highest dream, coming up with your action steps, feeling how you want to feel, practicing how you want to feel as you work on them. This is how to achieve the life of your dreams. If you need to be an asshole to do it, because guess what? If you don't show up and get the work done and work on your dreams and take the action steps and come up with the ideas every day or at least most days of the week for the rest of your life, it ain't gonna happen, okay? So if you need to be an asshole to do it, be an asshole. Funny thing is assholes like that actually tend to be the people who make the biggest changes positively in the world, because they're willing to make the sacrifices over not being nice so that they can give the most love possible to the world and sharing their gifts and their visions in the biggest way and actually getting them done. So if you want help with any of this, give me your comments, your questions in the comments below this video. I'll answer them. If you feel shy, you can give those comments to me privately, okay? And if you want your life to explode in success and live your highest dream life reality in the fastest way that you can, that's aligned with sharing your biggest soul gifts and talents with the world in the biggest ways that you can, that will make yourself and everyone else the most happy that's possible. If you want to live a life of abundance, of wealth, spiritually, in physicality, in currency, in material possessions that light up the world and that light you up in experiencing them, if you want that kind of stuff and you want help with living a life like that, then reach out to me. I do coaching, spiritual coaching, teaching, healing, mindset transformation, deep subconscious transformation, self-limiting transformation and ascension. I do all of that stuff for you. I'm an expert at it. I'm really good. I have 11 years of experience. I have natural abilities at being able to see into people's subconscious and like talk to them in a way and like deliver a message in a way that transforms you from the inside out so that you become the person who has the success and achieves the dreams that they want to experience in the way that's a byproduct. Because that's what you really want to do. Become the person who has the success that you want in the way that you transform yourself inside, and through transforming yourself inside through these envisioning, practicing, and deep transformation, unconscious transformation work practices, you do the work that's integrated with those inner transformations in a way in which you enjoy your life as you're going, and you enjoy what you achieve once you finally achieve it. If you want any help with this, reach out to me. Each session costs about what a therapy session costs, doing video call coaching with me. And I usually like to work with people minimum 3 months, once a week, to produce the biggest transformations for them in their life, producing that dream life reality. And but I can work with you 1 session, 2 sessions. Some clients I work with for 2 years. If you're interested in this, let me know. I want to help you. I want to blow the world up with light. I want to fill the world with people who are achieving their dreams, who are leaders of their own dream life realities, where they make big impacts on the people who are close to them, so that the world can be filled with light, and it can be a world of our dreams that we decide. And also a world in which we're working with God to create the most beauty, the most spiritual beauty that's possible. I love you very much. This is Johnny Wild de la Soul. Can't wait to hear from you, publicly or privately. Till next time, babies out, babies out.